he's like, you know what? Let's just get back into it.
You know what? Fuck it, back at it. Crack of the bad, exact my wrath. Get a lead and take the bag. I can't please you with the raps. We putting Prego on the map.
Crack of the bat, exact my wrath. Get a lead and take the bag. Now, continuing with the baseball idea, he talks about that he's going to get his revenge with the crack of the bat, aka by getting a hit or by hitting the ball very hard. And this also launches us into the next verse. So it's literally like the crack of the bat that's creating the action in the rest of the verse. Now, he's going to continue to exact his wrath by then stealing a base, getting a lead, and taking the bag. Now, obviously, there's the dual play of bag here. Take the bag can be stealing a base in baseball or, stealing money or something like that. I can't please you with the raps. We puttin Prego on the map. Now, this couplet kind of works together. Prego is, as many would probably know, a mass-produced Italian red sauce, and that ties into the SOSS ad-lib, which is, as many of you may know, the kind of collective that I represent or that I'm part of.
SOSS.
Additionally, Prego in Italian means you're welcome, so that calls back to the previous line in which he says, I can't please you with the raps, which means I don't really care if you like it or not. I'm going to continue to do what I do, and you're welcome for that. Your tracks are half-caf, laugh gas, a fast fad like snapbacks. You act whack, we flip you like a flapjack. This part is literally talking to the competition of the people trying to put Prego on the map, aka SOSS, and saying that the competition's tracks are laughable, right? They're laugh gas, but in even being that, they're not even strong enough to be fully laughable, right? They're half-caf, laugh gas. And half-caf is a way that you refer to coffee that is comprised of half decaffeinated coffee and half caffeinated coffee. So it's not even as strong at being a cheap imitation as they would hope.
Half-caf?
Right, half-caf.
Half-caf. We're going to have a half-caf.
We're gonna have half-caf.
Yay.
A fast fad like snapbacks, obviously talking about the fact that the competition's songs or music is fleeting. It's not going to have any staying power. It has no replay value. And it's just a passing trend in the same way that snapbacks were in the 2010s. And to cement, the kind of vitriol towards his competitors, he takes a commonly used bar, we flip you like a blank, and does his own kind of rendition of that. He flips you like a flapjack, staying in line with the rhyme scheme from the rest of this kind of tercet. An act of service for the kingpin, showing love when I know the fucking pillow placement. Now, this is talking about acts of service, which is one of the 5 love languages. And he's going to show you these acts of service that he does for the kingpin, which it's implied is his romantic partner, one of which is knowing where the pillows go, right? That's one thing that partners tend to care about, is the placement of throw pillows and keeping the house kind of tidy. Moving on from that, wake up early, sweep the basement, cutting up some bacon. You too brazen with the beef, I'm chopping up the steak tips, you ain't shit. This is more acts of service to begin with, right? Waking up early, tidying up the house, making breakfast. And as we go through this routine, he takes a moment to pause and talk directly to the competitors again and suggests that they're a little too forward in trying to get into beef. It's not even really a worthwhile endeavor, worthwhile investment of their time, because even if they're bringing that beef to him, he's just going to chop it up and discard it very quickly, the same way that he's cutting up the bacon. We were anxious. We don't overthink it. We just lay it down and make shit. This is probably the most forward assertion in the entire song. And the speaker, literally says, we used to be anxious. We used to overthink things and try to curate them in a way that would please the listener. And throughout the song, he's made it clear that he no longer cares what the listener thinks. He's just going to do what he thinks is cool. So he reinforces that by referencing the Kenny Beats mantra, don't overthink shit, and kind of flips it in a way. We don't overthink it. We just lay it down and make shit, which is also one of the core tenets of SOSS, is just to continue to produce. Don't worry too much about the product, who likes it, who doesn't. There's something for everyone out there, and you'll find your listeners. Y'all chase the commas in hopes to bank it. I place the period because I just made a statement, bitch. This is talking directly to the competition again, suggesting that they're making music only in pursuit of monetary value, of fame, of virality, right? And this typically is opposed in a binary to something that's pursuing pure artistry and doing it for the love of the game, for the love of the art, for the love of the medium. And to reinforce that, he says, I placed the period because I just made a statement, which is another punctuation to literally punctuate the verse, because this is the final line. Also, placing the period at the end of a declarative sentence, which this line is literally a declarative or statement sentence. And I just made a statement is also a tie-in with the money idea from the previous line of chasing the commas in hopes to bank it.
Chase the commas in hopes to bank it. I placed the period because I just made a statement, bitch.